Azov Pummels, Russian armored column near Dobropillya. Russian forces ventured another mechanized breach of Ukrainian defenses in the Dobropillya sector and failed, according to video footage of vehicles getting blasted. Ukrainian drones attacked and repelled a Russian armored column in the Dobropillya sector, several kilometers from the embattled city of Pokrovsk on Saturday. All told, 1 tank, 9 MT-LB and BREM recovery vehicles, 4 all-terrain vehicles, and a bridgelayer were hit by the 1st Azov Corps of the National Guard of Ukraine. Movement was halted along several routes at once, according to a telegram post from the 1st Corps, which claims to have destroyed yet another Russian armored group. The remnants of the invaders' personnel are being destroyed right now, the 1st Corps said in the post on Saturday. While the video shows armored vehicles being hit on snow-covered ground, Kyiv Post has not been able to independently verify the exact time or location of the footage. The 1st Corps said, "The enemy armored vehicles hit today are only a part of their losses in the Dobropillya sector. Soon, we will announce the exact number of losses of the Russian armed forces in Dobropillya and the results of the year from the 1st Corps of the National Guard Azov." Much of the work in repelling the attack has been attributed to the Lasars Group, a separate special forces unit of Ukraine's Unmanned Systems Forces, or USF. Russian forces frequently attempt to break through Ukrainian lines with armored columns, even though drone warfare has, for all intent and purposes, rendered that tactic ineffective. In August of this year, Ukrainian forces destroyed a Russian military column using FPV drones, according to a video published by the Omega, Special Purpose Center of Ukraine's National Guard. Magyar's bird strike. Russian special forces in occupied Ukraine, at least 120 casualties. Ukraine's rapidly growing unmanned systems forces released video footage and intel assessment to confirm a major attack on Russia's elite GRU forces in occupied Ukrainian territory. Ukrainian UAVs struck the headquarters of Russia's 14th GRU brigade near Mariupol. The night strike killed 51 Russian troops and wounded 76 more, says Robert Brovdy, call sign Magyar, commander of Ukraine's Unmanned Systems Forces, or USF. Over 120 Special Forces operatives from the 14th Special Forces Brigade of the Russian GRU were eliminated or destroyed as a result of a planned operation conducted on the night of December 25th to 26th by the birds of the 1st Operational Center of the Special Operations Forces in the settlement of Berdyansk, temporarily occupied territory of the Donetsk region, according to confirmed operational intelligence. The statement reads, "A number of logistical facilities and enemy special forces were hit," according to a telegram statement by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, or AFU. Overnight of December 26, 2025, units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine hit enemy targets in the temporarily occupied territory of the Donetsk region, a concentration of manpower from the 14th Special Forces Brigade in the Berdyansk settlement, and a logistics depot of the 228th Motorized Rifle Regiment in the Starobashevo area. During the operation, Russian Grad systems were hit from above by heavy vampire drones, often nicknamed Baba Yaga. Footage of the strike was later released by Ukraine's Ministry of Defense of Ukraine on X. The video shows both MLRS launchers taking direct hits on their firing platforms. Grad systems can strike targets up to 20 kilometers away and have been among Russia's most frequently used weapons since the start of the full-scale invasion. In the days since the attacks, Magyar's birds have been able to conduct their customary post-attack body count, usually through a combination of visual confirmation and on-the-ground intelligence. In addition, based on the results of previous hits, the destruction of the fuel and ammunition depot of a separate logistics brigade of the enemy, which was located in the area of the temporarily occupied city of Volnovakha in the Donetsk region, was confirmed, the statement read. Brovdy started as a conscript, but his entrepreneurial skills and enthusiasm for drones and logistics led him to be appointed as commander of the Unmanned Systems Forces in June, a testimony to his predatory success on the battlefield. As David Kirichenko wrote for Kiev Post, swashbuckling, plain-spoken, and with a controversial past, Brovdy is emblematic of a new generation of social media-savvy, non-conformist commanders rising to senior positions as Ukraine's military attempts to rid itself of the stultifying habits of the Soviet era. He adds, Ukraine's drone units make up 2% of personnel, but account for 1/3 of enemy casualties. At a recent conference on a NATO base in Germany, Brovdy said his units now focus on hitting the drone operators who have made life so hard for Ukrainians on the front line. Meanwhile, World War III fears explode as Vladimir Putin moves nuclear-capable missiles to EU border. Russian Strategic Missile Forces personnel in Belarus on Monday raised their flag to mark the Oreshnik entering combat duty. Fears of a catastrophic escalation towards World War III have surged after Russia confirmed the deployment of its nuclear-capable Oreshnik missile system to Belarus, placing advanced weaponry capable of striking European capitals in minutes directly on the European Union's doorstep. Russian Strategic Missile Forces personnel in Belarus on Monday raised their flag to mark the Oreshnik entering combat duty. Moscow's Ministry of Defense announced that retrained crews are now patrolling designated areas, with full infrastructure prepared for the mobile launchers. Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko, Putin's closest ally, confirmed the arrival earlier this month, framing it as a necessary response to Western aggression. Satellite imagery analyzed by Western researchers points to basing near Krychev, a former airbase in eastern Belarus, that has seen rapid infrastructure upgrades over the last year. Defense experts warn the move marks Moscow's first deployment of nuclear-capable missiles outside its territory since the Cold War. John Foreman, former British defense attaché in Moscow and Kyiv, now at Chatham House, noted that Putin's strategy utilizes Belarus to extend Russia's reach. He linked the move directly to the planned 2026 U.S. missile placements in Germany, which include long-range hypersonic systems. NATO sources describe the deployment as an escalation of nuclear signaling intended to deter Western involvement in Ukraine. With the New START treaty effectively dormant, arms control between Moscow and Washington has reached its lowest point in decades.